Hi everybody, it's Cindy here with Stamping Chick Creations. Hello. It is, what day is it today? I have no idea. It might be Monday, August 11th. And I just got to plug in my other light so I can see what's going on. Sorry, I got a little distracted before I went live. It is Monday, August 11th, 2025. And I'm here. I have no idea what we're going to do. I have no idea what my cards are going to look like, but I'm here. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Hi, Sheila. Welcome, and thank you for coming. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. And if you are new, welcome. So I did post the measurements for the card tonight, and I do have cards that we're going to do together. And they're not fancy cards. They're not anything probably new for most of you, but I came across these cards and it was done with the pear paper, and I thought, oh, how amazing would this be? So I know you have all been asking me to, every once in a while do cards that you can do with me. This is going to be one of those cards. So I'm excited because it's a take on something that I have not seen in a while. And you know me, I love using as much scraps as I can and getting as much use out of my paper as I can. So these cards are definitely going to do that for us, okay? So before we get started, hello Sandra, hello Sharon. I was just going to say, as you hop on, say hello so I know that you're here. And if you're new and I don't know where you're watching me from, please comment on where you're watching me from so that I know. And if you're watching me on a replay, hashtag replay is super helpful for me, please, because it just helps me know how many people are watching me on replay and how many were here. So I did give you the measurements. I really hope that I gave you the right measurements, because I was doing this yesterday morning, I think it was last night, very, very tired. So Maya had her big fundraiser on the weekend, and we're exhausted. All of us, we're exhausted. Well, not all of us. Sean and Owen are tired for their own reasons, but Maya and I had a great event. Well, she had a great event. I just attended. We were at the college until midnight setting up, and then she was back at 6 a.m. And then by the time we cleaned up and did all the things, it was probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock by the time we got home. So it was a very, very long day. Hello, Carol, and hello, Joanne. But I'm happy to say I think they raised somewhere between 8 to 10,000 for sick kids, which was phenomenal. And I think about 3,000 or 3,500 or something for Mastermind Youth Foundation, which is a youth foundation she works for. So, and I have to just toot her horn just a little bit. Hi Marlon, the organizers from the Team Addie, which was the 3-on-3 basketball. The one volunteer pulled her aside and said, "Did I understand you're 18?" She's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "That means you just graduated from high school?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "And you just did all this?" And she's like, "Yeah." He says, "Holy smokes." He said, "I thought you were a professional event planner." He said, "I thought this was your business and they had hired you to do this for them." And she said, "No, this is my summer job and this was my first big event." And he was so blown away by her, and he said, "Girl, you're going places." So as a mama standing there, hi Heather, standing there hearing that from somebody who is heavily involved in fundraisers, and they move this basketball tournament around Ontario, was a huge compliment. So I'm very proud of her. She learned a lot. She's exhausted beyond words, but she's already on to planning her next event. So kudos to her. So that's a proud mama moment right there. So all right, so you do need your paper trimmer tonight. I don't think I told you that. I didn't give you a lot to go on. I gave you some measurements. I'm hoping they're right. And I don't have my cards designed, so that should be really fun. You guys are in for a real treat. So we're going to do this together, okay? Yeah, honestly, Joanne, was like, it almost kind of brought me to tears, because I was like, that is super. And actually, so Team Addie, I'll tell you this super quick before we start. Team Addie was started because the mother, Jessica, lost her 12-year-old daughter in 2022. to cancer. And so Addie was a huge 3-on-3 basketball kid. And so the mom decided to actually start this foundation in her memory. So they had her basketball shoes there. They had her basketball there. It was really a whole like board full of memories of her going through all of her treatments and stuff. It was very overwhelming, and but it hit home how important it was to actually do this. So and the amount of donations Maya raised, and they had lots of $1,000 donations, and they had a lot of $500 sponsors and all sorts of things. Anyway, she raised a ton of money. I'm so proud of her. So yeah, proud mama moment right there. So I just want to share that with all of you, because some of you know my Miss Maya and know that she's very sassy and very determined and very pig-headed, but she is very responsible. So anyway, that's it. It's thunderstorming really badly here, so I'm really hoping that my internet cooperates and I don't lose you guys. Fingers crossed. Okay, so where's my camera? I had to move my camera because I was doing some stuff, and now my desk is like, Okay, are we ready? So, what did I tell you needed? I hope I gave you these right measurements, guys. I hope. If not, yeah, I hope. Okay, so I told you 4 pieces of cardstock for your card bases, right? So, this is going to coordinate with your cards, or with your designer series paper, which is what we call DSP for short. I am using this daisy paper because I love it, and for me, it's one of my favorite papers, and I don't get to play with it enough. So mine has a tad of a balmy blue in it, and it also has old olive and some yellows. So I'm going to use this one. So I needed a piece of 6x6 for that. And then I think I did it convoluted, but you need 3 pieces of coordinating cardstock. So I'm using the balmy blue for mine. That is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm not sure I gave you 3 pieces of 3 1/4 and 3 1/4. I might have actually given you a convoluted way of doing that, but essentially you need 3 pieces of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, and then you need 3 pieces that are, my fingers, not working. Okay, that are 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. I think these are. Hi, Pam. Let me double check. Yeah, 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. So you need 3 of those. Okay. Now, I kind of left out a few things. Like we might need some embossing folders. We might need some ink. We might need some embellishments or stamp sets or those kind of things. So we're just going to have to wing it, because I was very tired when I was typing up those instructions. So yesterday morning I slept in because I was exhausted, as did Maya. And then I went to town to do my groceries, because if I don't do them on Sundays, we don't get groceries otherwise, because I don't have a car during the week because Maya has my car. And then we came home and I just got to put away my cold stuff, and we had to go outside and sort cows. So we had to take the big group and divide them into 3 groups so that we could put the bulls out. So that took us right through to 9 o'clock last night, or 8:30 last night. So it was a very, very long day. I don't have any of my posts done for this week. I saw this. I kind of knew this is what I wanted to do. So I got this posted for you, but that's as far as I got this week. So, and I have all sorts of things planned this week, and I got nothing ready. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so your 6x6 piece. Okay? Does everybody have that 6x6 piece? I hope so. I'm trying to figure out my lighting here. There. Is that better? Because I still want to be able to see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 6x6 piece, and I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. So I have 2 pieces. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this one at 3 inches. Okay, and I'm going to cut this one at 3 inches. So how many of you have 6x6 paper and you just don't know how to use it? Right? Because it's like too big for some things, too small for other things, and you wish it was 12 by 12 paper, because 12 by 12 paper you could do love it, chop it with, right? So 6x6, I feel like, I know I struggle sometimes using my 6x6 paper. So that's why I love this. So this, some would call a one sheet wonder. It could be considered a one sheet wonder. However, to me, this is a different take on a one sheet wonder. Okay. So I've just taken my 6x6 piece and I've cut it in 3 and then in 3. So now I have 4 pieces of 3x3. Okay. And if you've got your other pieces pre-cut, that's all the cutting. No, that's not all the cutting we're doing. Ha, I totally lied to you. We still need the cutting blade. But for a second, let's just move it out of the way. We are going to do more cutting, but not right now. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these pieces. I'm going to take my card base. We're going to start with the most simplest one first. Okay, now I'm going to take my one piece that has a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I'm going to place this here. I'm going to place this here. Okay, now I'm going to make my card a portrait card. You can make your card whatever the heck you want to make it. Okay? Has anybody not done a one sheet wonder before? I'm always curious. Comment so I know that you're here. And I'm going to grab my stamp if I can find it. Well, you guys are commenting, have you done a one sheet wonder before? Yes, I have. Yes. Me. Okay. Perfect. So, this should be easy peasy lemon squeezy for you people, right? So, what I'm going to do, I have no idea what I'm going to do, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. I am flying by the seat of my pants tonight. Okay, so what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to emboss my back, my base. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to emboss that. I'm not sure with what just yet. I'm going to decide. So if you're playing along with me, go ahead, if you choose, and emboss the back of your base with whatever embossing folder you choose, keeping in mind you're going to be putting your paper on top. So I'm going to pick a more subtle embossing folder. So I'm going to do the exposed brick just because I want something a little bit more subtle. So I'm not going to do anything like loud. It's just going to be kind of quiet. Okay. So here is mine. Okay, so yes, if you've done a one sheet wonder, this will be a different take on it. If you have not, this is going to be so much fun. Okay, so I've got my exposed brick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to use the blue paper on, or the like printed side. So one side is more subtle than the other on all of our papers if you're using Stampin' Up! Papers. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this down as such. I'm going to try to do it straight. That's my goal. Now remember, when you're using embossed cardstock, you need to add a little bit more adhesive. I'm going to actually use this wishing, and I'm going to stamp it in green, I think, if I have cardstock nearby me. So I'm starting with the simplest card, and then we're going to add on as we're going. I'm going to see if this fits. This does not fit. Sugar and spice, but nothing is very nice today. Let's see if this one will fit. Okay, so I could use this one, and I can cut it out with this. Okay, so I'm going to use, so what I'm using is the Delightful Wishes that coordinates with this bundle, right? So I'm going to do this one in Old Olive because I've got a lot of yellow and blue going on already. This is one of my favorite DSPs, Pam. And I think I like it because we don't traditionally have a lot of yellows and blues and greens together. Like, the color combination on this one is probably one of my favorites. I hope I don't need this paper for something. It was sitting here beside me, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to do that wishing. I'm going to try to cut this out with the die and see what happens. I don't know if that's going to work out so well because my luck, I need washi tape. My die might move on me. So I'll try. Let's just see how we make out. I'm going to try die cutting this out. It's like about 1,000 degrees in this room right now. It's not really 1,000, but it kind of feels like it's 1,000 because there's no air conditioning in this house. So it feels about 1,000 degrees. So I have my fan going, but I'll be honest, I don't really feel like the fan's doing much of anything. Okay, I'm just trying to get my washi tape started here, so just bear with me for 30 seconds. Or 3 minutes, however long it takes me to get my washi tape going. Oh, well, I got it going, but I think I got multiple layers going at the same time, so that's okay. I'm just going to line this up. Okay. I'm going to die cut this. I'm going to come over here to visit you again. Oh, you know what? I always do this. I always forget to use my sticky paper until after I've die cut it. Goodness, I need to write myself a note that says sticky paper. Does anybody else do that? Think of like an easier way to do things after the fact? Yes. Wishing. Okay, now I'm going to take, actually I'm going to take one of these. This was in my garbage, but I'm going to take this one. A happy birthday? What it's about wishing you a happy birthday? How many of you are playing along with me? All the time. Sarah, see? Right? You get it done, then you go, ugh, I knew I should have done that. That was silly. Is anybody crafting with me tonight? Am I crafting alone? I hope not crafting alone. Watching. Oh my gosh, Bev, it was so hot. Now, the problem too with Saturday, it was a problem. I'm not gonna lie, it was a problem. It was so hot. But at the same time, there was a breeze. So what was happening was that those vendors of us and that were there, our tents, because the college was very unaccommodating. I don't have a problem saying it. I know that, Maya probably doesn't want me saying that, but they were not very easy to work with. And so they made them move everything to the parking lot at the last minute. And so now you have 10 vendors plus that have no way to anchor their tents because they're in a parking lot. So a lot of these vendors didn't think or didn't know or whatever to bring weights, right? So we tried to get as many weights as we could, but obviously we didn't have enough for everybody. So what was happening was that because it was windy, I use those moments as teaching experience. Yeah, exactly. Because it was windy, the tents kept flying. So it kind of was like, yeah. So as a vendor, and this is a reason why I don't do outside events traditionally. However, when it's your daughter organizing the event, you kind of don't have a choice. But at one point I was over talking to, I don't know who, somebody, and my sister was at my booth, and all of a sudden I hear her screaming, "Cindy!" And she's hanging on to the tent on two arms. She's just hanging on to the tent. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I came running over. And anyway, we got it down. So, yeah, it just kind of got to the point where it was just, it's a catch-22, right? Like, you want the breeze, but, there is a heat warning out, right? So, like, nobody wants to be outside. Everybody wanted to be inside where the basketball tournament was going on, where it was, minus 500 degrees in there. But anyway, it was a good experience for her to plan that. And, she got to work with some amazing vendors, some amazing sponsors. She had Davy Jones donate 1,500 hot dogs and hamburger buns. So if you're not familiar with them, they're a local butcher here. She had a store in Petrolia donate all the popcorn to go with the combos, jugs of ketchup and relish and all the condiments that you would need. And so it was a great experience for her. But definitely a learning experience, that's for sure. So anyway, we're glad it's over now. She is working towards the haunted house that's going to be happening here in October. But she's also starting school. So we've told her that this will not interfere with her school. We're happy for her to continue working there, but under no circumstances will it affect her schooling. So, okay. So there's my first card. Okay. Okay. So that's number one. Whew. I am hot. Okay. Number two. It's funny because I'm at work all day and I freeze. Like, I literally freeze all day. I've gotten smarter and I've opened my window now and it lets the hot air in. But it took me 13 months to figure that out. Okay, so now I'm going to take... Where's my paper? Hang on. Don't run away. Do you remember I lost my Spotlight on Nature dies last Thursday? I found them. Oh my gosh, where'd my paper go? Hang on, I've just lost my DSP. Oh, never mind, I found it. Don't panic. I got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and I am actually going to cut this on a diagonal. Sorry, you can't see that. On a diagonal. Okay? Doesn't matter which way on a diagonal you cut it. Just on a diagonal. Okay, you guys are still with me, right? Sandra, what's where? The diagonal? Oh, where did I find my Spotlight on Nature? Oh yeah, sorry. See this? See, squirrel. downstairs. Because when we did the Christmas in July, I took them downstairs. And I thought for sure that they were up here because I thought I had just used them. But apparently that was days before. Okay, so quick tip. When you go to cut paper like this on a diagonal, don't ever start at one end or the other. Always start in the middle because your blade tends to catch and then it rips. So if you start in the middle and then go one way and then the other, you always get a clear cut. Okay, so let's pull these two apart. And then we're going to put this one like this and this one like this. Now, how close do you want these? I'm going to leave that up to you. So if you want to see, my fingers are sticky, but if you want to see more here in the middle or more around the outside, then you can do that. If you want to push these in a little bit, like this, then you can do that too. Okay? Okay, now, do I want to emboss this? Yes, I want to emboss this because otherwise my card base is going to look very plain, which there is nothing wrong with having a plain card base. Actually, you know what I could do? Let's do something different. Let's go to the box for a minute. You okay if I go to the box? I think this is a stamp I've been looking for. Is that stamp I've been looking for? No, that does not belong in there. Okay. I'm going to actually take these, the stamp here, and I'm going to stamp it in the same color. So this is Daffodil. Is this Daffodil? Yes, this is Daffodil Delight. I know it's not called Daffodil, it's called Daffodil. I know it, but, and I'm going to randomly stamp this in my background. So this is like a watercolor type background. I'm sure you've seen this before, but if you do the same color ink as you do on your as your cardstock, it kind of creates that watermark type of a background. And it's really cool if you don't have any embossing folders or what have you. Okay? So you can kind of create really, really cool backgrounds just by using stamps and ink. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Now, I'm going to put this here. Now, could I make this one a portrait card? Yeah, I probably could. But you know what? I'm going to make this one a landscape card. I probably could, but I'm going to make this one a portrait card as well. Nothing against landscape cards. I just really think sometimes when there's a square involved, I think it looks better as a portrait. So I think we only have one that's crafting along with me tonight, eh? Interesting. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to go live on Thursday, to be quite honest, friends, because I need to go to a visitation for a family relative. So if I have time, I'm going to do a pre-recorded video for you. If not, I might go live at another night, just to offset that. Okay, now, back here in my treasure chest. Oh, no, you know what I want to use? I want to use these. Oh, come on, fingers. So I have a question. Shh, I have a question. How many of you remember my Finish It Fridays? Okay, I'm just going to die cut this, okay? Comment if you remember my Finish It Fridays and if you miss them. Well, I am stamping this or die cutting this out. I do remember them. I miss them. Okay. Would there be any interest in bringing back the Finish It Fridays? They may not always be on Fridays because we're coming into hockey season. So I will be going back to hockey games. However, if there is an interest, I will entertain the idea of bringing it back. Chris, you're back! Happy anniversary! I miss them a lot, actually. I didn't realize how much I missed them, to be quite honest. And I'd like to bring them back if there's enough of a demand. Because I find that I was getting a lot more work done too when I was doing those. And I just love sitting and talking and hearing about people's stories and what people are up to and seeing people's designs and all the things. So if there's interest, I will consider bringing them back. It may not necessarily be on a Friday because as we come into hockey season, I think for the first month or so, I think we have a lot of Friday night games. I just realized I just went ahead and stamped that. Didn't even ask your input. I'm sorry. I'm off in my own little world creating. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I was thinking about putting this here. I was actually contemplating somewhere right here. If you could see my desk right now, you would probably burst out laughing. The only cleaned part is this right here that you see. That's it. That's all you're seeing. The only clean part of my life. So I'm thinking something like this. What do you think? So Finish It Fridays were free. And you literally brought whatever you wanted. It was on Zoom. And we just met for a couple hours each night. Not each night. No, not each night, Cindy Lou. We would meet like once a month, I think it was. And you would just work on whatever you needed to work on. If that was quilting, it was quilting. If it was painting, it was painting. If it was stamping, it was stamping. Whatever you wanted to work on, that's what you worked on. But you just sat around and worked on your project while talking to people, and I found it really fun. But a messy desk is a sign of a creative mind. Well, I'd like to say that, but I have not had my desk this messy in probably 2 years. Usually, at least in January, I try to get my desk clean. That did not happen this year. This year has been very unique and challenging. So I'm hoping once I get home from the cottage, I can spend some time getting caught up and getting my desk organized. So I have 3 weeks left on my contract, friends. 3 weeks. And then I will be jobless until something else comes up. Although there's a couple things brewing. I kind of need some time to just get caught up and get some breath. So I'm not really rushing into anything, to be quite honest, but a job would be nice. Money's always helpful, right? So, okay, so I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to take the two cut pieces and I'm going to kind of bring them in together. And then I'm going to kind of pinch that. Wait, where's my words? This way. Okay. And then I'm going to put that down. Now, I could put more tear and tape on top of that to hold that down. I don't know that I actually need it on this time, but what I am going to do is I'm going to pop this one up too. So I'll just put one on top there just to hold it, not that I actually needs it. Did it come off? Yeah, it did. Okay. Oh, I did not realize that loop was as big as it was. Oopsies. Oopsie daisies. Okay. Let's see. I just want to see what other gems I have that would be nice for that. Sorry. I'm just, I was just looking for my nice gems, but, okay, I guess I'll just use these gold ones that are right here. You'd think with all the thousands of gems that I have. The other thing I wanted to share with you, I owe you guys 4 prizes. I owe 3 prizes for feedback on classes you want to see, or like ideas for in person, online, Zoom, whatever. So I owe you those prizes. So I did a draw online. I took a video of it and I got those finalized. Where am I putting this? This morning. So I'm going to get those posted, okay? So there's 3 winners for that. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Kathy. So there's 3 cards for that, or 3 winners for that contest. And then there's 1 winner for my nail contest, which I think I told you guys last week was Chris Humphreys. So, Chris, you have a prize coming to you. Oh, nice card, except for it's crooked. Okay, so that's my second one. Okay, let's review the first one first. Okay, so watch. I'm going to try to get them posted tomorrow. If not, it'll have to be Wednesday or Thursday. It'll come this week, I promise you. The videos are done, and I did one of those generic prize wheel things so that it was nice and fair. So, stay tuned. Okay, and I will get your prizes in the mail. If I don't have your address, I may reach out to you and ask you for it. And, oh. I get so excited about the silliest things. My pre-order for my holiday product is arriving tomorrow. But unfortunately, I can't go live to show you tomorrow because I have a class tomorrow night. So you're going to have to wait till... I feel like something's happening Wednesday. What's happening Wednesday? Thursday I have the funeral. I feel like Wednesday is something. I don't know. Anyway, it might be Wednesday night. It might be Friday night. I will go live and I will show you the new product that I got because I got so much stuff. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I cannot even wait for this stuff to show up. Okay. Sorry. I feel like a squirrel today. Deep breaths. Okay. So my third card, here's my third piece of DSP. So it's 3x3, right? Is this what I told you? Yeah, 3x3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in 1-inch sections now. Okay. So if anybody is looking to, wants to pre-order, like get your hands on product before September 5th, if you join my team before that, you have the ability to do that. Just saying. Okay, so you know these 3 pieces that I told you to cut at 1 1/4 by 1 1/4? These are going to go in here. Okay? So you see how this one piece of 6x6 paper is making some freaking beautiful cards? Oui? Okay. So, and I'm using all the same pattern, and I'm doing that on purpose. I'm not using the back pieces on purpose because I want you to see the visual. Okay, I'm gonna pick this up and kind of slide this. This is why I like liquid glue. Now, I could have done these pieces at like 3 1/8, but I knew that anybody who had to make them was gonna be like, 1/8. Oh my goodness. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that, Chris. I figured they would. I knew that was not going to be a problem because you just received the order. Oh, Joanne, wait till you see. There's online exclusives that I ordered. I didn't actually order all of the... There's 2 fall sets, and the one I absolutely fell in love with at first, and then when I saw the second one, I was like, no. Because I saw the first one, parts of it in Florida, and I forgot that it was coming. So then when I saw the online exclusive, I was like, oh, that's nice. And then I saw the one from Florida. I was like, no, that's the one I want. So there's some fall exclusives. There's some fall ones in the catalog. There's some holiday ones. Halloween, I think there's some. Yeah. So, okay, this one's going to be a landscape card. Did I emboss? No, I did not. Okay. So I'm going to do this for this one. Okay, so I'm going to emboss my back for this one for sure, right? You can't hear me? Uh-oh. Did we lose volume? Can you guys let me know if you can hear me? Anybody? Can anybody hear me? I can hear you. Okay. Whew! Heavens. I just got very nervous there. Okay, let me go emboss this. I'm going to use... What am I going to use? I'm going to use a swirl. Oh, come on. I'm going to use a swirly embossing folder. On this one. So stay tuned. It's very hot. Just walking from over there to over here, you can just feel the temperature. Craziness. Alright, so here is my wheelie. My swirly. Not my wheelie, my swirly. You hear me now? Okay. Whew. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, they can't hear me. That's not great. 1, 2. Now, how close am I going to put these together? I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you. What is the trick to make these even? I don't know. I usually actually start with these 2 and then work in. I am definitely, if you have not figured this out for me yet, I am an eyeball type of person. I don't measure much. I figure that's kind of half the fun of making a handmade card, is that it is not perfect. I mean, there's being not perfect and being sloppy, right? There is a difference there. Like, let's just be real. But I don't spend a lot of time. Oops. Oh, okay. They're talking to me. My sisters are talking. My mom had a doctor's appointment in London today, and my phone keeps going off, so I was just trying to see what it was. But they're talking about me. In the most loving way, I'm sure. Not. Okay, so here's this one. Now, we need... I don't want to use that one again. I want a long reversed stamp. I feel like I know what I'm looking for, I just don't know where it should be. Give me 1 second. I just gotta place my eye on. Nope, 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 nope. I'm gonna do this one. So did we say yes to Finish It Fridays? Hi, Janet. It's okay. Late is better than never, honey. I might have forgot what you guys said about the Finish It Fridays. We may have to rename it because it may not be Fridays, but what about a Zoom crafting night? I like Fridays because then I don't work Saturdays, right? So then it doesn't matter if it goes late. And it's kind of my way to de-stress after a long week. But with starting hockey soon, I don't know if that's going to be able to work. So this is a new stamp. I haven't even finished putting it together. It's called Label Me Grateful. It does come with dies. But I'm going to just use the thank you part. Because I have so many thank you cards to send out. Because you know what? I am very, very lucky. I have some phenomenal customers that I need to send thank you cards out to. I am one lucky girl. Okay, so this is just a scrap piece of paper that I have. I'm going to cut it at 5. Oh, what do I want to cut this at? 5.5. I'm going to cut it at 5.5. Yes, yes. Okay. So 2 yeses. I think I saw Sandra had said yes to. Marlon, I think, said yes to. So we have a couple yeses for Finish It Fridays. Okay. Which is awesome. Maybe we can do it now before hockey starts, and then we can reassess when the time comes. Ah! Let's flip that over. I'm sure that was going to be fine, but okay, I guess that's just how that one goes. All right, so I'm going to place this one here. I feel like this needs to be a little bit thinner. Does anybody else agree? Kathy, this is a take on a one-sheet wonder. It's not, well, I guess technically it's a one-sheet wonder, I guess. For me, I find it's just an easier way to do a one-sheet wonder. I find sometimes doing one-sheet wonders can be a little bit overwhelming. So for me, this was a great, great alternative. So I'm excited for this one. It's like one sheet wonder for dummies, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you'd call it, but okay. I'm going to do this. And do I want to pop this up? You know what I was thinking? I was thinking something like, wait. Something like that, maybe? I don't know if I like that. I don't know. Maybe something like that instead. What do you think? These are the dies, actually, that go with that set. If you were wondering. Because I said that they came with dies. I think I could do this. Could I not? What do you think that will take away from it? Oh, Bev, I need to sponsor you. Honey, please don't let me forget to sponsor you for kidney. Please, 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 please. Very, very important. That is one of the few charities that I donate to. Very near and dear to my heart. Maybe I should actually put the dimensional on the paper. That would be fantastic, would it not? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Flower or no flower, friends? Flower is nice. Okay. 1 flower, 2 flowers. I just got to get some yellow paper. I say that like I have no yellow paper. Oops. Now I'm just breaking things. Okay, here's the flower. Look how pretty this flower is. Oh, so pretty. Odd number. Yes. Thank you. I always forget that rule. I feel like it needs to go here, though. I feel like it's kind of empty here, though, doesn't it? You are very welcome, Bev. Yeah, I feel like this one. Come on, one more. Come on, one more. Okay, there. Let's do this, and then we'll put a rhinestone or a gem in the middle. Or 3 gems in the middle so you don't see the white. Oh, doesn't matter, actually. Does this not look lopsided? Bling. Bling. Better color? You want a brighter color, don't you? I was going to say the same thing, Joanne. But that's the first piece of yellow that came to me. I think if this was crushed curry. Oh, that one has a hair in it. There it goes. Okay. I don't know where these gems came from. I'm thinking of paper pumpkin. Did you see the paper pumpkin this month? Did you see it? Well, Colleen, honey, you're getting the design process right here because this is as raw as you're going to get me. Yeah, I think if this was brighter, I think I agree with you, Joanne. Okay, so that's number 3. Okay, last one. Last one. And then you guys can vanish. But you don't want to miss this one because this one's actually kind of fun too. Okay, so here's my Daffodil Delight. So this all came from 1 6x6 piece of paper. Okay, we're going to review here in just a minute. So I think this one... yes. Okay, I had to think about the math on that for a second. Okay, so here's my last 3x3 piece of paper. So I'm going to put this one in at 1.5. Okay. Is that right? Oh, I just about scared myself. And then I'm going to put this in and go 1.5. Okay. So now I have 4 pieces at 1.5, right? I think this is way easier of a process than a regular one sheet wonder. So there's 1, there's 2, right? Here's 3, and here's 4. Now, should I match my paper up? Yeah, probably. Am I going to be able to? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, maybe. Hang on. No. I should have paid attention to that. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm going to cover it up. But, see how we're doing here? Do you see this? Okay. Yes? Are we here? Yes. Okay. So, now, if I was really on the ball, I would have, like, paid attention when I cut that paper to make sure that it stayed in the right order. It does not matter because nobody is going to pay attention to the fact that those papers don't match up. If they do, wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. Because I don't think anybody would even know, except for you and I, that they should match. Or like make a pattern per se. I've never had anybody do anything like that, actually, to be quite honest. So, okay, so there's that one. So I'm going to look at my calendar now that Maya's event is over, and I'm going to see if I can plan out a couple, like, Finish It Friday type things. Again, they might be Saturday nights. Just because we have the cows sorted now, so that's a good thing. Okay, hang on. This one. Ruh-roh. I did not do a great job on this one. Don't tell. Shh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now I could put a flower right there in the middle to cover this up because it does not really match so nicely. And what flower could I use? I know you're wondering. I have no idea. I'm thinking this flower and putting it right there. What do you think? Yes? You just finished June's. I think I am months and months and months behind. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I am absolutely months and months and months behind. Like, actually kind of concerning how far behind I actually am. Okay, I'm just trying to find paper. It is so hot, I can't even tell you right now. Okay, so I'm going to do this in a dark. Okay. So I'm going to do this one in Daffodil Delight. Maybe. Is that Daffodil Delight? Oh yeah, I guess it is. And then I'm going to do this one in Lemon Lolly. Because that's what I have right here. Okay. So, let's see what we can do. Oh, look at that. Just popped right out. Well, thank you. Thank you for cooperating. Ew, I don't like that. I don't like the two colors. So I'm gonna actually do this one in Daffodil Delight. So stick with it. We're almost done. I promise. It's only 8:30. I thought it was a lot later than that. I feel like I'm rushing. Okay. It's so hot in here. Oh, I can't even tell you. My poor little fan. Now, yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't like the two colors. I know these don't line up. There. That's what I want right there. That's what I want right there. Okay. So I'm going to take my glue. You guys are still with me? Okay. This is my last one. Okay. I'm going to put that there. And I might actually take some, what are those things called? Leaves? Branches? Oh, I am so hot right now. What about some green leaves? I feel like we need some green leaves. Does anybody want green leaves? We'll start with one. Start with one. Okay, there we go. You know what? I'm going to do something here. I know this is probably very, very painful to watch, and I'm sorry. But when I get on a tangent, I have to go into my box of tricks. Uh-oh, there's not even the right size for my box of tricks. Oh, that's too big. Oh, I guess that's not bad. Okay, we can do that one. In my box of tricks. I feel like leaves you need 2. Right? Sandra, can I do 2 leaves? Is that allowed? What's the rule on leaves? I feel like leaves are the only thing you're allowed to do 2 on. I'm going to do a second one. Because I think it looks odd only having 1 leaf. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh. My goodness, it's hot. I don't usually like to complain about the heat, to be quite honest. Okay, do I need to emboss this? 2 or 3? 3. Okay. Okay. I love you guys. Do you know that? Okay. I'm going to emboss this because I think it needs to. 3. Because it's the rule of odd numbers, right? I feel like today is like a Sesame Street day. Today is brought to you by odd numbers. Oh my goodness. I need to go to bed. Okay, so let me grab, I'll use the swirly again. Okay, I'm just going to emboss this one and then there. Okay. Ho, ho, ho. I should have tied my hair up before I started. Okay. This is just going to cover up my boo-boo. So nobody's going to know. And then 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Oh, my fingers are so sticky. Okay, something like that. Okay? Okay, this is caca, so let's throw that in the garbage. It is so hot. Sound gone. I should have ice water with me. Should have ice water. Bev said my sound is gone. Can somebody confirm or deny that? Sound gone. Am I still here? All good. Okay. I don't know why that keeps happening. I feel like it's happening for some people and not others, which is really bizarre. Is it the storm? Bev, are you guys getting a... Well, she can't hear me, so I guess I better not even ask. Let's say, are you getting a storm that is causing that? Oh, it might be my hearing aids. Yeah, Bev, do you have the ones that sync to your device or to your TV? My father-in-law had those. Okay. And I'm going to do... I'm going to do this because I like this saying, and I have not put this together yet. This one says, just a note to let you know you're on my mind. And I think that's really important because I have a few people I could send that to, because I have some friends that are going through some really crappy times right now. Really crappy times. And I think the best thing you can do is send somebody some happy mail. You know what would make me really happy? Is to know that Canada Post is actually not going to go on strike. For real. Like, for real, for real. Because I want to send my friends mail, and I'm scared too. I can read captions. Okay, good. Oh, that's good. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm just die cutting this. And we're going to stamp it. And then we're going to... I feel like I'm so hot that my feet are swollen. Do you know what that means? Like, do you ever get that? Where you're so hot that you feel like your feet are swollen? Does that even make sense? Cool. That's going to be close. I'm going to try it. If not, we'll go up to the next size. Holy smokes, did you see that? I could not have done that if I tried. Yep, thank you very much. I don't like this card. I'm not going to lie to you. It needs something. I don't know what it is. I think it's this thing I don't like. It needs some bling. For real. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. This is what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3. Still don't like it. Still don't like it. Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess when I go off camera here. That's not even straight, so like what the heck is going on there? Eh. Storm passed by, got a brief shower. Huh. Well, we need rain here. We were bringing the cows up yesterday, and you know how you see in the old westerns where it's just dusty? That was us. And Maya's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, the dust," because you're on the quad, right? And it was just so dusty. It was awful. Okay. So that's the last card. Are we ready to review? Okay. 1. I think this needed to move down. 2, 3, 4. This one, yeah, I think you're right, Sandra. I was trying to do that with lemon lolly, but it looked weird. So I think you're right. I think that needs to be crushed curry. And I think these have to be different. And I feel like those have to be stamped. There's just so much. There's just so much. That's a lot of yellow, actually, when you get looking at it. So you guys can vote while I'm cleaning up my stamps. And let me know. Okay, we've got 3, 2, 1, and 4. I agree. 3, 2, 1, and 4. 3, 2, 1, and 4. You guys are all on the same page tonight. So I think what we're going to do the next time I do a video, friends, I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to do, if you comment a keyword, I'm going to give you a chance to win a prize. Hi, Julie. I didn't know you were here. 3214, 3214. You guys are all on the same page tonight. 3214. 32124. I think this has to be darker. What do you think? I think this needs to be like a crushed curry. Right? Anybody disagree? Anybody want to disagree with me? I don't think so. All right, let's go. Oh, I had these stamp sets over here I was going to use too. Oops. Oops, I was going to use these ones. Oh, is that the stamp set? No, that's not the one I'm missing. 3, 2, 1, and 4. Every single one of you guys have said the same thing tonight. That is hilarious. So you're saying 3, 2, in this order. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, 4. That's how you see it. And I have to agree. Or blue. Oh, yeah. I guess I could have done that in blue, eh? Yeah. That would have been a great idea. Maybe I can take it off and do it with blue. I won't do that now, though. This one, I think, needs to go down here. This wishing a happy birthday. And I think I need to do something here. This one, I think we need crushed curry on the inside. This one, I need to make the loop just a little bit small. You see what a critique I am? All are lovely. Thank you, Miss Marlin. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going live with you on Thursday. My guess is probably not, because I'm supposed to be at the funeral home. And seeing as I can't go to the funeral on Friday. 3, 2, 1, 4. Perfect. So if I have a chance, I will try to do a video for you for Thursday, but please don't bank on it, because chances are that's not going to happen, because it's a very crazy week. But I will be back next week for positive. No, actually, is that right? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyway, I gotta check my calendar. I got a few things coming up. I guess I didn't plan accordingly. But stay tuned for information on the Mystery Monday, or not the Mystery Monday, on the Finish It Friday. And yeah, some things coming in September. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the cards. And if you are making these cards, please, please, please get them posted. I love to see them. If you're watching me on a replay, hashtag replay, so I know you're watching on a replay. And we will see you all very soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.